Hi, this is Don Schaefer from The Better You, and I'm excited to be with you once again. I know you guys have been patient with me. We've been going through a lot of different things, dealing with how to change your life by changing your habits. And I know last week we got into a period of time where we talked a little bit about the master plan. We talked about the fact of what habits can do for you, because it's interesting. Because if you can develop good habits, it changes your whole self-esteem. It gives you much more confidence. It takes fear out of your life. It takes a lot of your anxieties and your worries. All this stuff seem to disappear as you develop good habits into your life. Well, if you do not have good habits and you struggle in different areas of your life, it seems like it does the reverse. All of a sudden you do have the anxieties, these worries and fears. And we were all created in a great way. And, our Creator has designed us to be valuable. And that's where if we can develop good habits, we continue to develop good value in our lives. Well, this week, I'm really excited. I couldn't wait for days now. I wanted to talk about this. I want to talk a little bit about the 7 steps to developing a habit. And I'm just going to break these down. I actually got them on paper here. I'm just going to go through some of these here because, we want to be able to do the best we can with life. And we realize sometimes it's a struggle. And I know myself, I look at my life and I'm constantly trying to add and change different areas because I want my life to be as valuable as it possibly can. And I know you do too. And that's where I'm hoping these steps help you because they've been very helpful for me. The first step you would take would be a decision. A decision needs to be made. Okay, you need to make a decision to develop a habit. And by making a decision, you say, and I'll use my example, I wanted to do some jogging. This is years ago before work. And it is hard to get into a habit of doing something like that because it requires you getting up early and preparing yourself and actually putting the clothes on and going out and doing it. But I made a decision to do it. So what I did is I set my alarm, I set my clothes out, my shoes out, everything. So that in the morning when the alarm went off, the hardest day it was to do all this was the very first day, but I went out and did it. And I really felt good. I had great self-esteem. I did it. And then I made myself do it every day after. And after a while, I didn't have to think anymore. And that's what a decision does. Second step is allowing no exceptions. When you sit there and say to yourself, maybe right now you're doing this, say to yourself, I'm going to develop this habit. Okay, you need to get yourself in a position where there's no exceptions. I am getting up tomorrow and I'm going to do this. There will be no excuses, no exceptions. Because the first thing that happens is, you know how that works. You get a great excuse and all of a sudden something happens and you've got good reasons not to. Got to stay up a little bit late, can't get up in the morning. What's a half hour or whatever it might be to develop a good habit in your life. The third step is don't keep it a secret. Yeah, a lot of times people will sit there and have a great habit that they want to get involved doing, but they don't tell anybody about it. So what they do is they get themselves so they're not accountable to anybody. And, it is so helpful to say to people, you know what? I am going to be jogging before work in the morning. This is a habit I want to develop. Because then I'm accountable to these people because they'll be saying to me, Don, did you do this? And I'll say, yeah. Or I'll say, no, I didn't. See, that's where it's good sometimes to express your dreams and the habits that you're going out to different people, especially people you can trust that won't laugh at you or something. And fourth step is have a vision. Okay, be able to sit there and actually envision what you want to do. See yourself, if it's jogging or whatever it is in your life, see yourself doing it. And for a lot of people, I've encouraged them through the years to actually have what I call a dream board, a board where you can actually take a picture of what you want to do so that you can put it in your house, you can look at this and actually see yourself doing it even before it becomes a habit. And the fifth step is affirmative words. Okay, being able to structure some words that can affirm what you're going to be doing, like saying, I'm going to be a jogger. I'm going to be a jogger. I'm going to be jogging every day, and say these words. Before you go to bed sometimes, it amazes me sometimes because I'll say, I'm going to be getting up early to do this. And I'll just say these words before I go to bed. And a lot of times I get up even before the alarm goes off. It'll be like 1 minute before the alarm is supposed to go off and I'm awake and I'm sitting there, how did that work? Your subconscious mind grabs onto these affirmative words and it tries to make it happen in your life. So it's good to structure the affirmative words of what you want to develop as far as a habit and be able to say these words every day. You know, I'm going to be doing this, or I'm doing this, or whatever it is, because it feeds your mind this, and all of a sudden your mind tries to help you and set it up so that you develop exactly what you're trying to achieve. Okay, sixth step, this is probably goes without saying, be persistent. Be persistent. I will do this. You know, I am going to achieve this. And as you continue to achieve more, you know, you're going to want to continue to do more because you develop a confidence. But you need to be persistent in what you're going. Nothing is going to stop me for what I am doing. And it's interesting because I did do some jogging before work, and you know, I did it for about a year or so until circumstances led me in a different way. But there was a period of time where there was nothing going to stop me from getting up in the morning. It didn't matter how late I stayed up or what it was, because this is what I did every morning. You know, I put on my shoes, my jogging clothes. It didn't matter if it was 20 below zero. I was out there running. You know, and that's amazing how powerful a habit can be. And the seventh step is to celebrate. Find ways to celebrate the things that you achieve, because what that encourages you to do is to develop other habits in different areas of your life. And I'm hoping that these 7 steps work for you, because I know they've worked for me. And if you have any feedback, by all means, let me know. Get a hold of me, give me a call sometime. Been fun talking with you, and I'm going to wish you all a great week, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.